welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a Bit Weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, May the 1st. And it is episode 36.
Wait, that's 35.
No, 36. On my thumb, see?
Oh.
6.
I thought you were like, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's 36.
You got it, dude. Anybody know that reference? That was a Full House reference.
I know.
Okay. We'd like to say welcome back to all of our returning viewers and a big hello to any new viewers. We're glad to have y'all today and hope you enjoy the show. It's jam-packed full of stuff. So, let's start by saying hello to a few people who have introduced themselves in the Ravelry group this week. First up is Lim Knit Crochet, who is Lauren from Texas. We laughed because we both thought she was already a member. She thought she was a member, and we thought she was a member already, but she either wasn't or was and didn't introduce her. I don't know. Anyway, hi, Lauren. She lives in Texas like us. I don't know how to say this username. Freydel Kim from Atlanta, Georgia. Hi, Kim. And Linda M. Noble, who is Linda from Suffolk, England.
I think. Sorry if I butchered that.
We don't live in the UK yet, so we are still learning. Forgive us. Hi, Linda. We're glad to have you.
Forgive us, for we have mispronounced.
Forgive us, for we know not what pronunciation errors we make. I'm sure she's like telling us back when she's watching this. We can't hear you.
Hey.
Tell us if we are butchering it. If you haven't introduced yourself in the Ravelry group yet, or if you're not a member of the Ravelry group, come join us, introduce yourself in the introductions thread, and we'll give you a shout out. Alright, we better get started, because there's lots to talk about. Alright, here we go.
Now we are going to talk about what is on our needles.
What's on your needles, Mare? Oh, look, it's some needles.
It's on my arm.
Tell the people what it is if they have not been watching, or in case they have forgotten since they last watched.
It's a sleeve.
Of a
sweater.
What kind of sweater?
A Watson sweater.
From what show?
Watson.
No. From what show?
Sherlock.
So this counts for the
Geeky Cow.
Geeky Cow.
I probably won't have it finished by the end of May, though.
We'll deal with it anyway. More details about the Geeky Cow. Apparently I can't talk today. More details about the Geeky Cow at the end of the podcast. So this is on US 4s, 3.5 millimeters, in Barocco Vintage in the Oats colorway. You added a second ball?
Yes, I did. Quite badly, but I did.
It's looking very good. I'm very impressed with your cabling skills.
I don't get much done on it during the week.
Yeah, it's usually on the weekends when you get a lot of work done on it. But only a month of school left. Less than a month.
Yeah, I finished language arts today.
What?
Yeah!
Yay. Alright, on my needles.
And off my arm.
Okay, this is the third time I've knit this pattern. These are the hand thingies pattern by Anne Sahakian. It's a free pattern on Ravelry.
That's black with sort of silver sparkles. You can kind of see it.
No, it's black sparkles.
Oh, black sparkles?
Yeah.
How does that show up?
Very carefully.
I thought it was silver.
So all I have left on this is to finish the thumb. So one almost done. Have to do the other one for this pair. This is shimmer yarn in black colorway. And this is on US 8's 5.0 millimeters. And just like the last pair I did a pair just like this in brown, in a chocolate brown. I increased the needles to the US 8's and changed it to 36 stitch cast on because it was too small otherwise. So that's on my needles. The other thing on my needles, look at this scrumdiddlyushous yarn.
It looks prettier in person.
Do you know what this yarn is?
Pretty one.
It is from Anna at Toil and Trouble Yarn. Starry, Starry Night! It's Doctor Who yarn! And what I'm knitting with it is, hold on. Rescue me, Jim Boy, and show me the stars! My sock pattern. And, are you ready for even more exciting news? Anna and I are going to have a kit with her Doctor Who yarn and my sock pattern. Are you excited? Isn't this lovely? Look how it knits up just the bottom of the foot. It's so awesome. And it's wonderful to work with. This is on US 1's 2.25 millimeters. And I've finished 3 repeats of the pattern on the foot. So it's time for the heel flap. So these are the sample for the kit. So I am madly working on those, trying to get it done so that we can get that available for y'all to purchase. Yay! She sent it to me, and before Damaris helped me ball it up, there's a picture on the group. Loving it. It smells good, and it's so yummy and wonderful, and I love you, Anna.
They can't smell it if you hold it out to the camera.
Smell it. Can you smell it?
No, they can't.
Smell it.
They can't smell it.
It smells so good. Here, smell it.
Mama.
You'll just have to buy your own. Because it smells so good.
Come.
I love you, Anna. That's all that's on my needles. Although there should be about 37 zillion other things on my needles as well. But they're not there yet.
Let's move on.
Okay, we're moving.
Now we are going to talk about our finished projects.
It's all finished projects all of the time.
Not for me.
Are you ready for the parade? Here we go. First up. Isn't that gorgeous yarn? This is the Graham hat by Jennifer Adams, a freebie on Ravelry. This is an I Love This Wool in the camo style colorway on US 6's 4.0 millimeters and US 8's 5.0 millimeters. This is for my friend Joel. This is hat number 2 of 3 that he asked for. So, I love it. You knit it inside out. It's brilliant. It feels good. Yay! Next up. Another washcloth. Wait, I'm holding it wrong. This way. This is the All Washed Up by Jill Arnouche in the I Love This Cotton Pale Denim colorway on US 6's 4.0 millimeters. Yay! This is number 3. I've done 3 of these. They're for gifts. Not for you, unless they're for you. And then, yeah. Another finished project. What did she say?
Nothing.
What did she say?
It wasn't anything bad.
What did she say, y'all?
They're not going to tell you.
What'd you say?
It's a secret.
I'm going to rewind it and watch it.
No.
What is it?
It's a secret. It's nothing
You know
bad.
you know who edits this podcast?
Me.
Oh, yeah, right.
I could, though.
Okay, Damaris will have to help me hold this. Hold. Ba-ba-da!
Ah,
The baby blanket is done! This is the still unnamed baby blanket design. It might be called Pavilion, because that's what the stitch pattern is called. I finished it! Yay. Finished object number 4, just in case you lost count. All finished objects all of the time. Bum-ba-da! They're a little bit big for my sock blockers. Oh, that's a pretty true color right there. This is the There and Back Again socks by Dawn Hansen in Knit Picks Comfy Fingering Weight in Bison and Peony. Color work. Remind me not to do color work again unless I take a class and learn how to do it. They're done. This was done on 1.5, 2.5 millimeters. They're done. And finished object number 5. I told you, all finished objects all of the time. How adorable is that? Okay, so this is the keychain sock blocker. Was it last week when I showed it to them? I think so. That I got from Wolf Farms. Hi, Dawn. And this is the pattern that came with it is the... yeah. Do you know how to say that?
Acequia?
This is the Acequia mini sock pattern. And so, if we butchered that, Dawn, I'm so sorry. We love you anyway. This is some of the leftover yarn from the There and Back Again socks. And so I knit up a tiny little sock. And bad knitter that I am, I didn't even weave in my ends. I just tucked them in. And then I put it on my little fun girl cave bag, psychedelic frogs, on the zipper. Yes, they're high. And that's all. 5 finished projects this week. And another half finished almost. It just needs to finish the thumb. What are you glaring at the screen for? What are you glaring at me for?
Because I have no finished projects.
You have a gorgeous sleeve.
That's not done yet.
You could knit a washcloth. They're really fast.
But I need to work on the sleeve. Do you see my problem?
Yes. You're a very monogamous knitter, unlike me, who has 2 projects currently on the needles, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 others over there waiting. Maybe more than 8.
Yeah, I'm in a monogamous relationship with my sleeve.
Hopefully it eventually will grow into a monogamous relationship with your whole sweater. That's all the finished objects. You ready to move on? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yummies, yummies. It's time for yummies. We don't have very many yummies this week because we had so many finished projects
and
TV. Just wait, there's a lot. Damaris, tell us about yummies.
Okay, we watched Casablanca.
You had never seen it the whole way through.
Right.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
A lot or a little?
I don't know.
Did you understand it all?
Yeah.
It was a good movie, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What else did we watch?
The Hobbit again.
How unexpected. That journey. We had seen it in the theater. It was like the one movie we had seen in a whole year in the theater. But we watched it at home, too.
Because we do that.
It was just as good the second time.
I need the score for that film ASAP.
It was really good. Yeah. If you haven't seen The Hobbit yet, rent it or something.
Boo.
We want to say kudos to Chow Goo's customer service. You remember a few weeks ago when the needle broke? When Damaris was using it, it broke between the needle and the cable. Well, I went on their website, filled out a little form, mailed the broken needle to them, and within gosh, it was probably just about a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe at the most. They'd sent us a brand new needle and a needle gauge. So bravo, Xiaogu. I wish your needles didn't break, but thank you for replacing them when they do. That's all our yummies, because we have still a lot of TV to talk about. So if you're not going to stay for what we are reading and watching, because there's a lot of what we're watching, make sure and catch the announcements at the end, because we are drawing winners for the April Cal. We're starting the May Cal, and we have announcements to make and a question for you. So, if you're not staying for the next part, don't miss the end. Okay, here we go.
Okay, now we are going to talk about what books we are reading and what TV we are watching.
What are we reading?
We both finished, I think, reading The Valley of Fear.
Yes, I finished it last night after I spoiled myself after reading your book report.
Yes, you should have finished it first.
Whoops. I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know that was going to happen.
Okay, and we are both going to start reading His Last Bow.
Which is
The
a short
title-
story.
Yeah, the title just makes me sad. It makes me sad.
But there's another collection of short stories after it.
Mm-hmm.
So, that. I finished Veiled Rose, Tales of the Goldstone Wood, book number 2 by Anne Elizabeth Stengel this week. And started last night the third book, which is Moonblood. And I have the fourth book that Sundaisy 920 Angie sent us to do when I finish book 3. Alright, on to TV. Guess what, you guys?
We have 10 shows.
10 shows this week, and that's not even all the TV that we watch. We're going to talk about some of it. 10 shows. Can we say May sweeps? Alright. So some of these, most of these, we only wrote a couple things, 2, 3, 4 things on. So, Arrow, episode 1.20, Home Invasion. I loved the part when Tommy was talking to the little boy who had just lost his parents and telling him about when he closed his eyes and when he dreamed, he still saw his mother. And just being supportive to this sweet little boy. Then there was this whole debacle because Oliver as Green Arrow saved Laurel and Tommy and the little boy, and then Tommy realized that Oliver / Green Arrow is the only one who can protect Laurel, and that Laurel's still in love with Oliver, and if she knew that he was Green Arrow, that she would be even more in love with him, and so, and he knows that Oliver's still in love with her, and so he broke up with Laurel, which didn't totally surprise me. Because I totally think Laurel and Oliver are going to get back together, but it just I didn't expect it to happen then.
That makes me confused.
Tommy, Laurel, no longer together.
I know, it's a love triangle. Ugh.
And then there was the other issue with Oliver choosing, as Green Arrow, choosing to save Laurel over helping Diggle to get revenge. And so Diggle walked away from his relationship with Oliver / Green Arrow. New episode tonight, May the 1st. Episode 1.21, The Undertaking. Damaris, tell us about Psych.
Okay, 7.9, Juliet wears the pantsuit. And I don't remember the context of this. I think Sean was talking about what sort of person needed to live with Juliet, what sort of roommate she needed. And, like, she needed one with kind hair.
I didn't know hair had emotions.
Kind hair!
Damaris, your hair is so kind.
I know. And then a reference that I actually got, our house in the middle of our street.
Yes. And it drove me crazy that I couldn't figure out who the girl was playing her new roommate, but I finally figured it out. She was from, I think, Seventh Heaven. They look like they're related, Juliet and this girl. I mean, they could have been sisters, and they're not related at all in real life. Next episode's tonight, 7.10, The Santa Barbarian Candidate. Next show. See, we're trying to keep it short, because you know when we get to Doctor Who, there's a lot. And NCIS, oh, don't even get me started. Okay, Person of Interest, episode 2.20, In Extremis. So, Fusco starts getting investigated by IAB for being a dirty cop. Carter struggled with whether she should help him or not, but in the end, she believes that he's truly has changed and he's not a dirty cop anymore, so she saves him. She moves the body. And, oh my goodness, the machine is having major problems. It's getting the numbers to them too late to save the people. And now the signal has corrupted, and the virus has been uploaded, and now what? And Rude will be back tomorrow night.
Amy Acker.
Yes, we
I like Amy Acker.
So, she'll be back tomorrow night in
Texas.
episode 2.21, 0 Day.
She's from Texas.
Yes, she is. So, that should be interesting to see what happens. Elementary!
Okay, Sherlock does his own tattoo.
Wait, you didn't even tell them which episode this is.
1.20 Dead Man's Switch. Sorry. Sherlock does his own tattoos. That.
Because he's ambidextrous.
Uh-huh. And Charles Augustus Milverton.
The blackmailer.
Ooh, yeah.
Really is from one of the stories.
Mm-hmm. Another reason to dislike Milverton. He keeps cats. He should get himself a real pet. Like a beehive.
Yeah.
And Joan gives Sherlock a framed Robert Frost quote.
Yes, at the end, to celebrate his 1 year sobriety.
I forget what poem that is. I don't know.
It wasn't Two Roads Diverge, was it?
Two Roads Diverge by Yellow Sun something.
I didn't write down the quote, and I should have. Next episode tomorrow night.
I know what the quote is.
Tell them.
Wait, hold on. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
New episode tomorrow night, episode 1.21, A Landmark Story. Next up, Once Upon a Time, 2.20, The Evil Queen. Okay, this show is really irking me. Because, so let me just give you 3 examples, and then I'll tell you my feelings. Regina tells her son Henry her plan, and then uses magic to wipe his memory. Okay, seriously? She's telling the little kid her evil plan that she's going to destroy the town, and everybody's going to die, and she and he will go back to fairy tale land and be safe. And then she wipes his memory. Then, Emma and Henry investigate Tamara together. Aren't they mother and son and not BFFs? Just saying. And then we have this whole Greg, Tamara, and Hook trick Regina, and she puts this bracelet on that is got metal underneath leather, and nothing can open it, and it takes away the magic out of her bones. Seriously? This show's going downhill fast. I feel like it is just grasping at straws to try to stay on, and I'm not really thrilled with where they have been going recently. Next week on Sunday is supposed to be episode 2.21, Second Star to the Right, which is Neverland, Peter Pan. I hope they can pull things together, because everything I saw online, fans are not real happy about where the show is headed. Okay, Defiance, episode 1.3, The Devil in the Dark. Arissa has this, second sight visions thing where she can see the past and see the present and such. The spirit rider girl, Rin, is killing people of Defiance because, to avenge the death of her parents, and Arissa's the one that figures it all out because she has these visions. Love, love, love how Defiance is using music in their episodes. The end of the episode was a cover of the song Ooh Child, Things Are Gonna Get Easier, over visuals of the main kids, teenagers in the show, Arissa and Rin and Christy and Alec. Love what they're doing with the music. It really is awesome. Loving the show. Still very Firefly. Love it. Next episode is Monday the 6th, episode 1.4, A Well-Respected Man. Revolution! We're over halfway through our TV shows. Revolution, episode 1.15, Home. I just now got why it's named Home. Gotta love it. So, Aaron reconnects with his wife Priscilla, who he had abandoned and left. And we find out that she's a fugitive. She killed a militia sergeant who tried to hurt her daughter. And Aaron rescues her and apologizes to her. And she accepts it and everything. But she's not staying with him. She's got family in Texas. So she says she still loves him, but they must say goodbye. That was kind of heartbreaking. And then we met a new character, Emma, who was Miles' fiance just before he enlisted in the military. And Miles comes in and saves the day and saves her and others. And then Monroe holds a gun to her. And then she confesses to Monroe that they have a child together that he never knew about. And then the soldier shot and killed Emma and shot Monroe. And Miles kills the soldier, and Monroe is dragged off by the guys to the helicopter, and he's just like screaming, and Miles is in the middle of the road holding Emma, and Miles is pretty hacked off. So,
in other words, Mark Pellegrino.
Yes. And then the last, 1 minute of the episode, Tom is now working for the Georgia Federation, and is being sent to help Miles kill Monroe. What the heck? I am not looking forward to seeing Tom and Miles together. It's gonna kind of go. Next episode is on the 6th, episode 1.16, The Love Boat. I could sing more of it, but we are a G-rated show.
But the rest of it is bad?
Well, it's not bad, but I don't know that it's totally G-rated.
What?
I'll tell you when we go on break. Warehouse 13 is back. Whoa.
From, the longest hiatus ever. Well, not the longest.
They take a mid-season, because this is the second half of the season.
The longest hiatus ever has to be the hiatus between Doctor Who.
Yeah. Episode 4.11, The Living and the Dead. Can we say how many more Spike references could they have had? James Marsters was in the episode. We loved it. And then at the end, he's not really dead. And so hopefully he'll be back on the show. And his wife has plans, and he's out in the world with Marie's diamond.
Don't go,
But Lena is really dead. There's nothing they can do to save her. I liked Lena too. And I don't know how Artie's going to deal with it. And I was crying at the end of the episode where Mrs. Frederick and he are talking and Artie's playing the piano and... Next episode, Monday night the 6th, 4.12, Parks and Rehabilitation. Now we are to that part of the episode where I tell you about NCIS. Episode 10.22, Revenge. Okay, y'all remember just a week ago how on this podcast I was kind of losing my mind? I was really not happy and was screaming at the people saying, you can't kill Ziva. And then this entire week on, come back, come be part of the story with me. So, then on social media all this week, on the happy little social media all this week, they've been saying, are they going to survive? What's going to happen to Tiva? That's their ship name, Tony and Ziva. Tiva. We had to discuss shipping last night with the hubs. That was kind of funny. So, they're making this big deal of things. for a whole week now. And then, what the heck? Tony's got a scratch on his nose, and they're sore.
I thought his nose was broken.
No, it was not broken. So they're playing this whole thing like one of them is going to die, that it was this major of an accident. And he's got a scratch on his nose.
I thought they were more seriously injured than that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, well, they, like, played it up all this week, like one of them was going to die. And then...
Or at least seriously maimed.
Yeah. And then they were supposed to talk about Tony and Ziva's relationship. Did they address that at all last night?
I don't think so.
No. Stay here with me, my child. I am very disappointed, and I feel manipulated. Stay with me, honey. I need you to be here and be my support in my sadness and upsetness over being manipulated by the NCIS people. I'm so upset. I even was like, I am not even going to watch it again.
Didn't she watch it again?
I did watch it again, and I was still just as upset. NCIS people, that was not cool. No.
Let's move on to Doctor Who.
Hold on, let me tell them. I even wrote, boo NCIS people, boo.
Okay.
I don't know what the next episode's called. It wasn't listed as of the last time I looked, but it is next week on the 7th. It better be better. You better deal with Tony and Ziva. Are you hearing me, NCIS people? I'm talking to you.
They don't watch our podcast.
They might.
Ow.
Did I just bonk you on the back of the head?
Uh-huh.
Okay, here.
I know what the episode's called.
Why don't you tell them about Doctor Who?
Okay. Doctor Who 7.11, Journey to the Center of the TARDIS. I was really looking forward to this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And it lived up to its expectations.
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay, so let's start off.
You want me to scroll down a little bit?
Yes, scroll down to press the thing. Okay, so let's start with observation time. Okay.
Did you see, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting to say, did you see on our board that somebody was, I can't remember who posted it, they were like, at one point last week, I didn't know if y'all were quoting the show or you were just talking about your observation or what, because you just got so excited and ah!
Yes, I did see, I saw you.
A little of both? Okay.
Okay, so, observation time.
Okay, tell them.
Okay, the key in the console says Smiths. That we're pretty sure that's reference to the human name he uses sometimes, John Smith.
Although, here was my thought. Who's playing the Doctor right now?
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith! It's Matt Smith's key! I'm also wondering if it has something to do with the upcoming finale where they're going to tell us the Doctor's name.
Yeah, I saw spoilers for it.
Don't tell me.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell anyone. But everyone is pretty much just going,
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm wondering if the key with Smiths on it has something to do with the name.
Clara has a red dress. And there are lots of
Pretty red dress.
red warning lights around the inside of the TARDIS. She's also got pretty triangle earrings. We're casual Clara fashion spotters. And at the end, she changes. She's got her angel wings necklace.
Back on.
Yeah.
Yay.
We don't even know if it's relevant. We just like when we see it.
Yes, because we are sure it means something.
Okay. And I like how the TARDIS is becoming more and more of a main character.
Yes.
Yeah. And also the Doctor is very protective of his TARDIS.
But he also gripes at his TARDIS sometimes.
But he's very protective of her.
Yes.
Cloister Bell. Again! How many times can they use it in a series?
A lot.
Apparently. And the TARDIS is infinite.
Yes. It's bigger on the inside.
No! I had no idea.
You know what else?
What?
It's smaller on the outside.
I had no idea.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. And in the memories room, that's what we call it, it had the Doctor's / Melody's cot.
It's a little mobile.
And Amelia's toy model of the TARDIS. And there was a typewriter, something silver and curved. It looked kind of like a katana sheath, I think.
Possibly.
Some cans, some paper, a lantern, a magnifying glass, Seven's umbrella from a Classic Who episode, some parcels, etc.
The umbrella. Is it the same one that she used in...
Did you get that from the GFs that I reblogged?
Possibly. I don't remember where I saw it.
I don't think it was the same one because the handle had
Should we
little
tell them
bump.
what we're talking about?
You
So
tell
sorry,
them.
we kind of get into our own little conversation here. In the Christmas special, when she uses the umbrella to pull down the ladder to climb up to the TARDIS.
Yeah, there was a connection between them, but I don't think it was the same umbrella because the umbrella in this episode had little bumpy things on it, and the other one didn't.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. And the telescope / observatory room looks exactly like the one from Tooth and Claw from Series 2.
Which was not on the TARDIS. It was in Torchwood House.
And the swimming pool, sadly, no longer in the library.
I would spend all the time in the swimming pool. I would stay in there. Could I knit in the swimming pool?
I don't know.
Maybe if I had...
Maybe he has a yarn room. Maybe you could spend time there. And he has an architectural reconfiguration room, so he can make you a yarn room.
Yes, but if I had like a raft, one of those raft lounger thingies that you lay on in a swimming pool, then I could lay on it and knit in the swimming pool. Anybody with me? I would never have to buy yarn again. I could get the TARDIS to make it for me.
You'd have to be nice to her first.
TARDIS, will you please make me yarn? Pink yarn.
Okay. Okay. In the library. Okay. Encyclopedia, Gallifreya, and about 10 to 20 volumes, except it's in liquid form.
Mom.
And when one of the volumes spills, you can hear Rassilon, who was played by Timothy Dalton in The End of Time, speaking about the Medusa Cascade.
Do you think that's just a reference back to it, or do you think it has something to do with upcoming episodes?
I don't think so, because they had the whole Medusa Cascade arc. That was the arc for Series 4.
I'm just wondering if it might have something to do with the 50th coming up. Possibly.
And the history of the Time War. Apparently it's written in some other language than Gallifreyan, because Clara can read it, either that, or the translation matrix has been reconfigured to translate Gallifreyan. But if that's the case, something's wrong with it, because the Gallifreyan on the cot was not translated.
So I'm thinking it must have been written in another language other than Gallifreyan. And it tells us...
It also has the Doctor's name in it. And it made me sort of confused, because Clara was sort of non-reacting to it. She was just like, oh, that's who you are. So, like, maybe she's heard
the
name
name
before. Okay. And when one of the guys tries to dismantle the console, we hear a whole bunch of audio clips from past episodes, including Classic Who episodes. It just made me really happy.
It was kind of cool. Don't we have a link about that?
Yes, hold on. I'm gonna.
Well, I can just put it in the show notes.
Oh, okay.
So there's a link that talks about, probably not all of it, but quite a bit of the different references that were made. We heard Nine, we heard Rose.
Martha and Amy. And Susan.
And some others too. I just can't remember what all.
Okay. The architectural reconfiguration system. Okay, it's sort of like a weeping willow tree.
With the little lanterns off.
Lanterns. Apparently they're called circuits. And they have Gallifreyan on them.
Yes. And that one guy stole one. And it made it mad.
And it made the TARDIS mad. No! Okay. Okay. Smart bunch. Time Lords, bad dress sense, dreadful hats, but smart. They did have some pretty dreadful hats.
Yes.
Okay.
That is very true.
The old wiggly button trick in the face. You gotta do the face. Save her, or you'll die.
She's quoting lines now. Just so you know.
Okay, I need you to scroll.
I almost scrolled with the wrong mouse. There's another mouse right there.
Okay. Rooms that are near the console room. The Eye of Harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Architectural Reconfiguration Room. The Library. The Observatory. And about 20 more.
Did we see, because when we watched it, we like rewound and fast forward and paused, and we couldn't see anything we couldn't make out the writing on the bigger map when it was out wide, and then when it focused in, we could read it. But has anybody else? Have you seen?
I haven't seen any.
Because Damaris was like, well, maybe somebody who has better equipment will be able to get the more wide angle and read it.
Okay. The TARDIS is powered by an exploding star.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Secrets protect us. Secrets make us safe. You told me to write that.
Yes. Secrets protect us. Secrets make us safe. Except for when they don't.
Okay. Crack in time and space up.
Where's the crack?
People have noted that it's vertical instead of horizontal, and it looks kind of different, but it is very similar.
To the crack on the back of your computer.
Yeah.
Damaris has a crack on the back of her computer.
Big friendly button.
That was funny.
Yeah. Next week, Vestra, Jenny, and Shax. Also bowler hats.
In episode
7.12, The Crimson Horror, written by Mark Gatiss. Because you know you love Mark Gatiss.
I'm a little scared.
Can't not love Mark Gatiss.
But I'm still a little scared.
It'll be okay.
Will you hug me and love me and call me George?
You're not George. You're my mother.
Are you my mommy?
Okay, is that all our TV?
That was a lot of TV, wasn't it?
We apologize.
We told you it was a lot.
Probably took up like 20 minutes.
More than 20 minutes. Okay, we're going to go to the next segment, which is prizes!
It is the end of the April UFO Cal.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
And I feel fine.
Okay, April UFO Cal. Y'all are awesome. We had a bunch of people finish this week. Angie Ann, who is Angie, finished her brother-in-law socks. However you say it, Kim, finished two things this week. Her Good All sweater and her I'm Loopy socks. Sundaisy 920, who is Angie, finished her Leaf Lace washcloth and her Piper's Journey shawl. Linda M. Noble, who is Linda, finished her blue stripy socks. And L. McCall, who's Linda, finished her lefty shawl, which I love. That pattern's in my queue. I think I might do that soon. Yeah, right. Not soon. I'm going to do it eventually. So, we had 30 finished projects. We had 1 through 31, and I was the first one. So we'll take it out. We had 30 finished projects, not including mine. That's awesome. You guys rock. Way to finish UFOs. All right. We're going to give away 2 prizes. Both prizes are the same thing. So here it is. Listen.
You're equals.
Listen up, and because you need to PM me, Java Pearl, JAVAPURL, and tell me what you want if you win.
What you really, really want.
Don't tell me what you want.
I wanna
We're a little crazy. Okay, your 2 choices. You can either pick prize number 1, which is my 2 paid-for patterns. The Striations shawl and Rescue Me Chin Boy and Show Me the Stars socks pattern. So that's prize 1. Or you can choose prize 2, which is a pattern from Ravelry valued at up to $6. So, if you are one of the 2 winners that I'm going to pick here in a second, PM me and tell me if you want my 2 patterns or if you want a pattern up to $6, which one you want. And we will get that gifted to you. All right. 2 through 31. Hit the button, Mare.
Bet.
Hit it again.
Bet.
Number 13.
13. Okay, let's see.
Oops, it's on page 1.
Who is 13?
Who is lucky number 13? Wisconsin knitter, who is Eileen, who did the Go Pack wrist warmers. Okay, hold on. Let me put her name in the show notes so I remember. All right. Generate another number. Number 6.
Yeah.
Who is... Oops, I went too far. Uh-oh. Oops. 6 was deleted. So we only had 28 finished projects. I lied. Sorry, there were some deletions. 29.
Just so you know. Okay.
29. Who is Linda M. Noble, who finished the
Blue stripy socks.
Yeah, the blue stripy socks for her husband. So, Eileen, Wisconsin knitter, and Linda M. Noble. Way to go! Congratulations. Send me a PM and let me know what you want for your prize. Alright, it is time for the May-Cal to start. And the May-Cal is...
Geeky cow.
The Geeky Cal! Okay, so the rules. Any project counts as long as it pertains to any fandom, TV show, movie, book, video game, webcomic, etc. If you can convince Damaris and I that it's geeky, it counts.
I will be very easy to convince that it's geeky.
Yeah, especially if you go look on the Ravelry board. Well, and I'll put the picture in the show notes too. I made a placeholder image. Well, actually, you probably just saw it because, yeah, it will be just before this segment started. If your project pertains to any of those people in that image, any of those shows, any of those books, etc., it counts. So, what am I doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to finish my sweater, but I probably won't.
But you're going to work on it.
Yeah.
Your Sherlock.
I've been working on
your
it.
Sherlock Watson sweater.
I've been working on it.
Okay. We did say the rule that it could be a project that you already started as long as you work on it in the month of May and complete it in the month of May. To be eligible for the prizes, you have to work on it in May and complete it. So you couldn't have finished it a week ago and then try to post it. That's not fair. Don't do that. It's cheating.
Could you have started it before May?
Yes. As long as you work on it in May. So what am I doing? I need to finish my... What I'm trying to remember what the acronym that was last night on Instagram.
R-Y.
RM. Rumkaba.
Oh, I was thinking of the
As...
R-M.
Hold on. I can't remember. It was really funny. It made us laugh. Rescue me, chin boy, and show me the stars. I'm working on my Rumkabasant socks.
Yeah.
That's really easy to remember, right? Rumkabasant socks.
Rumkabasant.
So, I'm going to finish those, hopefully here in the next week, because I need to get them back to Anna. What else am I working on? I promise you I'd tell you today in the podcast. It involves this entire bag of yarn. It's bigger than Damaris's head. And I'm not going to show them all, but
here's a sample.
we have TARDIS blue.
Sort of.
It's this.
Mostly TARDIS blue.
We have silver. We have white. Does that give you any ideas?
What could we be doing?
With TARDIS blue yarn. And then we have a gold and a rust and a gray and a purple and I'm not sure what all else in there.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Do you think they know what I might be doing?
Probably not. Something Doctor Who, no doubt.
Yes. I am making a Doctor Who baby blanket. So, I am using 15 dishcloth patterns from Ravelry that are Doctor Who related.
We had a bit of...
No, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about the issue. It's fine. So I'll be doing those in the TARDIS blue, silver, and white, and I'll be randomizing the color. And then the border is going to be the Doctor Who scarf.
4 scarf.
Yes. The 4th Doctor scarf that had all the colors, it's long and everything. That's what I'm going to do as the border. Will I finish it this month? Hopefully. We'll see. I have not even cast it on yet. However, I did do some work on the pattern this morning because not all the dishcloths are the same size, so I'm having to adjust. In addition, just because I'm crazy, I'm going to try to design and knit a pair of socks based on
Inara Sarah.
Inara from Firefly.
Wow, that was loud.
So, the Cal officially starts today, ends May 31st. Oh, it's going to be a long Cal.
It ends 2 months ago.
May 31st. So there's a chatter thread on the group, and also a finished objects thread. So post your stuff as you finish it. We'll have prizes. Maybe we'll have to come up with something geeky for the prize. We'll see. So join us for the May Geeky Cal. If you have questions, post them in the chatter thread or send us a PM and we'll answer it. All right, on to the next segment. Whew. Did we make it? Did we make it to the end of the show?
Yes. I thought that was a rhetorical question.
No, I wanted an answer to my rhetorical question.
It's not how it works.
Thanks for sticking with us. I know it was a long one. Okay, announcements, questions, etc. As we tie things up into a bow. First up, the VKNs are going really well. We had, I think there was like 8 of us on Tuesday. That was yesterday. So that's awesome. We do the VKNs on Friday night at 6 p.m. Central Time and Tuesday afternoons at 1 p.m. Central Time. Watch Plurk, Twitter Ravelry, Facebook for the link, and come join us. Question. Would there be any interest in Geeky Girls Knit podcast buttons? I know some other podcasters have had buttons made. Would there be interest in them? And if you are interested in them, we're not going to be at any events in the near to immediate future. So we would need to, if you wanted one, we would need to ship them, and postage is an issue. So would you be, if you are interested in one, would you be willing to help cover cost of postage to get one to you? Post in the episode thread, and let us know what you think. Because we've looked at a couple places of ordering them, but we don't want to order them if there's not interest in them. Third, we mentioned this last week. Christy Ray is the superintendent for the children's tent at the Estes Park Wool Market. If you have acrylic wool fiber that they could use to help teach the kids, she told us a whole lot more about it in the VKN yesterday, and it sounds really exciting. So if you have stuff, send her a message. Her Ravelry or Plurk username is Christy Ray, CRISTYRAY, or email shescrafty123@yahoo.com. That's in the show notes. Contact her to get her address. We have a big box over here that we are mailing to her next week. I'm guessing she's going to need them by the end of May because the wool market is June 8th and 9th. The cystic fibrosis fundraiser that Dragonfly 7673, Vicky from the Dragonfly Source podcast is doing, is still going on. The deadline to donate is May 15th. There's prizes if you donate. She's doing a drawing. I've donated a couple of prizes, so links in the show notes. If you're interested in donating, go do that. Where can they find us?
At geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There are links to YouTube and iTunes and Twitter and Facebook and lots of other places. Flip. Lots of
Yes.
other places.
If you have a second and wouldn't mind, we'd love if you would give us a star rating on iTunes or write a review on iTunes. That helps push us up in the list so that people can find us easier. Thank you to everybody who's done that so far. And if you have a second to do that, we would appreciate it. I think that is it for episode 36 of Geeky Girls Knit. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Love. Happy knitting. Bye. Tell the people bye.
Bye.